Hey everybody, this is Tom from SmallScaleGardening.com. Well, it is the 16th of July, and we are finally back in the garden after a lengthy stay in Colorado Springs. Good news on that front. We did find Danny, my son. That was great, and we're just working with the military to get him what he needs, and we'll have an update on BringDannyHome.com for that. But this is all focused on gardening. In case you forgot, I was out in Colorado for 2.5 weeks again. Just got back yesterday. So the poor garden has taken a turn here. So figured I'd just kind of walk through it, show you where we're at, and show you an update. Got a lot of work to do. When I got the news that we had found him, I was in the middle of trellising everything, so things are a little in chaos. And the weeds, well, we didn't get around to handling those, so they're even bigger than they were before. But let's get at it. We've got a couple beds here. We'll just walk through it. You can see got some weeds popping up. The buckets and things, those were projects that are underway when things happened and things turned and got to and had to head out to Colorado. So the first box we'll go over is the Cadillac box. It's the tomato box, tomato and onion this year. But I've got several plants here, most of them Alpaca Roma. They've had great growth. You can see on this one, I mean, we've got a tomato there, which is great. These are two plants, and I need to untangle them and get them trellised up properly. We've got some other tomatoes. The onions are doing fantastic. There's some garlic that's planted in there too, but not sure that really did anything. But we do have onions, and they're coming right along. So pretty pleased about that. The tomatoes, they just need a little extra love on the trellising. And you can see this guy right here needs to be separated. These two need to go through. There's suckers. You can see the sucker here. Also to trim up these plants. Really should have no leaves. The side stems, take those off until you get to the first fruit. Here's a different variety right here. And they've got a lot of tomatoes starting up. There's another lot of Amish paste in here, so we'll be seeing a lot of Amish paste tomatoes coming, and you can see that they're doing well. So, I'm pleased. Last year, I was digging through some files and posted on Small Scale Gardening picture of last year at this time versus this year. We're having really good growth, actually, so I'm pretty pleased. Tomatoes, or the onions are really doing well. Very pleased. And then I just don't know if any garlic is going to pop or not, so that'll be kind of a surprise. That was just I had some and threw it in the ground to see what would happen. But, these really grew while I was gone. And they are, probably 3.5, over 3 feet tall. Some of them approaching 4 feet tall, so that's really great. The pipe is about 7 feet tall, so you can see that one there. A couple of them are about halfway there, so that's great. Really nice. You can see we got a ton of weeds we got to deal with. That's going to be a project here. Just weeds. My poor rhubarb, I had harvested some right the same day that I left, and got news that we had found Danny, so that rhubarb was left on the table, never processed, and pretty much went to the compost. These onions are doing very well. I got some weeding to do in there again, but overall, they're doing great. And here we are in the peppers. Before I left, I did plant peppers. They're pretty small yet, so they got a long way to go. Not sure we're going to get much out of here this year. That cayenne pepper is really rocking back there. But these other peppers, jalapenos, they're pretty small yet, so just don't know. We'll just have to see on that. But it's just been one of those years, Sometimes everything's going great, and sometimes not so much, So you just got to deal with it, got to roll with it, and see where life takes you. I mean, I'd like to say everything was done, but it's just not. It's just not going to happen for some of these. that's okay. Everything is a learning experience too. So got a lot of projects that we've done. A lot of things are changing. A lot of things are going in the right direction. So in the garden. So we'll just see what happens. It's kind of a fun experiment. Here is my unfinished rabbit cage, but it has been working great. As you can see, the green beans are going crazy. And I was trellising a bunch of them up. In fact, I was right in the middle of trellising when I got the news and had to leave. So, cucumbers here in the foreground. I will trellis those up tonight. Need to finish the green beans. The snow peas over here or the sugar snap peas here on the left. We're actually doing pretty good, but they need some trellising action too because they are going to be swallowed up by these green beans. But I'm pretty pleased. I mean, the green beans are really doing well. They're just they want to climb. I mean, these guys are they're almost as tall as me, so almost 6 feet tall. And they're growing like crazy, so that's great. Really healthy leaves. Everything looks really good there. And so we've got to get these peas up and at them. Let those guys climb too, because I'm really excited to get some peas. And this one's climbing up. We'll help this guy up a little bit. And the cukes, they need to be trellised up too. You know, as we were walking out here, I was walking out here with my mom last night, and she pointed out a couple things. Besides the milkweed and other weeds we got growing, the hostas, I do have a volunteer tomato plant. I have no idea what this guy is, what variety. So, might transplant him, just see what he does. I've got another volunteer right over here as well. Go figure, surprises in the garden. No, my little mess. This was going to be another 3-foot by 8-foot bed. And this is soil from other operations, and I was all set to build this the weekend I was here. And just with everything that happened, didn't get around to it. So I've got some seed potatoes that are left, and we'll just have to see what condition everything's in, see if it's even worth planting anything. I might just build the bed and throw some miscellaneous things in there and see what happens. I've got soil all lined up. This is actually the soil from the pepper plantation. I removed all that soil, and it's waiting for this bed to happen. Before I left, I built a compost bin out of repurposed a pallet. So this puppy actually was pretty full when I left, and it's gone down quite a bit. So we'll be using that. I'm looking forward to getting compost out of it. But overall, just have a lot of weeds. Around here. Everything's looking pretty good actually inside the boxes. Everything outside is pretty much. Walking over here, I did have seedlings that I had going before everything happened. And those are all just kind of a mess. So we'll compost all that up. Over here at the rain gutter grow system, never got a chance to plant this before I left. So it's just waiting. It's waiting for its buckets. It's waiting for soil. I've got some tomatoes that were left over. They're looking pretty good. Kale, dill. Rabbits got into that stuff, but I don't know. We'll just see what happens with this. I might discontinue that this year because just because there's no time. So that's it, guys. I mean, some good news, some bad news. Got plenty of projects to do. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I really appreciate it. We're going to get back to regular blog posts here. We've got a lot going on. Going to get life back to normal, whatever normal is, and really start to work on the garden here. We've got things that are going to come. We're going to have to preserve some stuff. We're going to go to the farmers markets, supplant whatever I didn't get planted, and just have some fun with it this year. So, thanks for tuning in, everybody. This is Tom from SmallScaleGardening.com. Check us out. Please subscribe here on YouTube. We've also got the blog. Please see that, SmallScaleGardening.com. Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, and hang out with us for a little bit. Share your stories and engage a little bit. So, until next time, this is Tom. Take care.